Bill Heran. I'm the author of The Missing Piece. Today is April 21st. The topic for today is imposter syndrome. The quote is: When I won the Oscar, I thought it was a fluke. I thought everybody would find out and they'd take it back. They'd come to my house knocking on the door and they would say, "Excuse me, we meant to give this to someone else." That was going to Meryl Streep. That quote was from Jodie Foster. One of the consequences of perfectionism is the inability to identify your own excellence in the moment. Things you do are just never enough. Imagine being Jodie Foster, unsure about her own performance that won her not one, but two Academy Awards. I can't tell you the number of physicians I've treated through the years who struggled with imposter syndrome. They know they've been well trained, have a degree of confidence about knowing how to assess and treat a patient, and yet they struggle with a lingering thought that someone will find out I'm a fraud. Imposter syndrome disproportionately affects high achieving individuals who haven't invested who've invested much time and resources in becoming such an accomplished individual. Often, we more readily accept our limitations and flaws rather than our successes and achievements. Why is that? Is it a sense of pseudo humility or a fear of standing out among your peers or a significant degree of uncertainty and insecurity? If we were to be honest, it could be any of these causes. However, the most damaging to our calm mind would be a deep uncertainty that a couple of with a feeling of being coupled with the feeling of being less than about who we are and what we do. This uncertainty can stem from an incessant comparison to others, which is very much a restless mind feature. For example, you could have the thought, "I'm not as good as she is. She has it all together. And look at me." A self deprecating thought such as this can foster uncertainty and questionings of who I am and what I am doing. The restless mind can lead you to believe that someone will out you being a phony when you have no evidence that you are a fraud or being disingenuous in any way. It's a game that the mind plays when you are overwhelmed or having challenging moments of self doubt. Sometimes we are not the best judge of our own skills or performance. This is why we are asked to meet with our supervisors, for example, or to perform a performance review annually. We need affirmation and constructive criticism from trusted others. When we become our own supervisor in the moment, usually we experience a rather punitive part of ourselves, castigating us into feeling like a fraud. Some people may use this as a motivating force, but it often is associated with too much anxiety and fears to sustain us in a state of well being. So, today, let's accept that we are good enough. Be open to any constructive criticism without beating yourself up. Thank you for joining me today with this reading of The Missing Piece. Look forward to you joining me in the future. Have a good rest of your day.